Hey guys, L21 here, Discussion Wednesday. This morning the topic, oh God, I almost dropped you. This morning the topic is going to be DRLs, daytime driving lights. It is quite foggy right now, so I'm actually going to turn on my other lights. Woo! I will actually flick it on and let's see, go down, 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 down. I have to count how many downs I get because that's the lights that are on right now. The reason I have to count them is because I have it written down on a piece of paper in case I ever forget on whatever my current status is for the lights. There's a certain number of times I can push down and get to where I want and push up. There's three actual lighting positions that I actually use. One is solid light on, which you guys saw, which is actually on right now. One is you have solid on, which I actually use, and then I actually use the wig-wag, which is the left and right, and then the other is the alternating one. The alternating one is the one I like to use when I'm actually like towing something or anything like that. I rarely use the wig-wag, and the reason I don't do that is because if I use the wig-wag, more than likely what ends up happening is the people that are in front of me tend to pull over instead of actually, you know, just driving like they're supposed to and just driving a little faster. But if I use alternating, they do it as well. But if they're not driving the speed that they should, or they're driving slower than what they should, that's the only time I've ever seen when I use my alternating pattern that they pull over. But that's what I got with my light bar. That's basically how foggy it is right now. I've got cars running bright lights at me right now. Because they think that turning your bright lights on is what helps you see in the fog, apparently, but it doesn't. But anyway, we're going to go DRLs, which, by the way, we did not get technically off topic because we're still talking about lights. But essentially, this is what we got. DRLs, daytime driving lights. But for those of you that do not know what DRLs are, your car probably does not have them. Those of you that do probably fail to use them properly. Depending on who makes your car, after a certain year, after a certain year, when you, I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if that was my other boss that was going the other way. Because at my job, 6 of us drive the exact same year Ram. I think 3 of us have base models, and the other 3 have SLTs or above. But essentially, this is what we got. If you have DRLs, more than likely you're not using them right. Depending on who makes your vehicle, there's only a certain year and only certain models that when the unit is in the auto position as where it is right now on my Ram. Even though my Ram is an ST model, it has auto headlights because mine is a 2014 model. This is the 2nd generation, 4th gen model. That means it's from 2013 late to current. Well, I say current, but 2018 is when they actually switched over to the 2019. So, my truck in the auto position, this is what that means for you people that don't understand. My headlights and tail lights both come on at the exact same time when the lights come on. If I have this green insignia on my vehicle, that means that my headlights and tail lights are on. Now, here's the thing. Most cars below a certain year, and who makes them, just because you have it in auto does not mean that your headlights and tail lights are on. In most cases, it just means that your headlights are on. Now, just for you those that do not know which one your car does, when you start your car and it's in auto and your headlights are on, you can easily just get out of your car and walk to the back and see if your tail lights are on. If your tail lights are not on, that means you have to turn your lights on when you, okay, this car's flashing its lights. Okay, no, they're HIDs. Never mind. You have to physically turn your lights on when it gets night or dusk. You have to do that. Just because you have your headlights on and it's an auto does not make it safe for you to drive your car at night. Daytime driving lights are exactly what they are called. Daytime driving lights, people. That means these lights are only meant to be on during the day. It is a low output, supposed to be a low output version of your headlights. And that is so you can be easily seen during the day. Your tail lights do not come on during those types of setups. Now, it can easily be argued that there's a difference between DRLs, and that is true. You have a daytime driving lights and you also have a actual auto lights. Now, the difference is exactly what I told you. Auto lights turn on your headlights and tail lights on their own. And they usually come on when this little sensor in front of my trunk right here, when it detects rain, when it detects I have the windshield wipers on, or when it detects that the exterior lighting is not ideal, it will turn the lights on their own. DRLs typically turn on anytime you start the car, because that's what they're meant to do. It doesn't care if it's daylight out or nighttime, it will turn them on. They do not turn your taillights on. And the one thing I have biggest pet peeve of is, guys, if you have the lights that do not come on and turn your rear lights on, you need to turn your lights on, because you would not believe the number of people that have been rear-ended because they have not turned on their headlights. Now, I say headlights and I said the tail lights don't come on. And the reason I say that is because if you turn the headlights on, your tail lights come on. Your DRLs only turn on your headlights, not your taillights. You're turning them on, turns on the headlights and taillights. Now, if you have auto lights, it turns them on front and back. But if you do not know which kind you have, turn your lights on. I know the auto feature that shows auto on your thing is nice to see and nice to have. But if you don't know what kind of lights you have, it's best to turn them on to keep you from getting rear-ended. Well, less chances of you getting rear-ended. Here's the thing. Today is auction day for Copart. We are going to see what comes up for auction for Copart. There are 2 or 3 vehicles I'm looking at. The Impala is supposed to be going either tomorrow or Friday. It's supposed to be, well, I'll be getting paid Friday for it Friday, so I don't know. So, that'll be gone. So I'll need another project. Well, that project didn't really happen because I got that vehicle home, and that's it. And I was asked if they could buy it off of me. So that wasn't really much of a project, but we'll find out today if we can get something. In other news, we've almost finished what we need to do on the bike. The bike is cosmetic now. The RAM, I just need to upgrade my radio and, well, my center stack, and that's it. Nothing else. Pathfinder needs a battery, and I think that's it as far as vehicles wise. Oh, my other project car, the Accent, the Honda Accent, it needs a door cable, which you can't buy separately. I have to actually get out there and buy the whole hinge, which I can get that online. I'll order that whenever I feel randy, I guess. I don't know. But it needs that. It needs I got to go to the salvage yard. I got to get a factory wiring harness for the radio because someone was stupid enough to cut the actual harness for the radio itself. So I got to get that. And I believe that is all that car needs. Yes, I replaced the cam bolt. I replaced the cam cap bolt. I replaced the power steering bolt. I think the only thing I have to do is to make sure the harmonic balancer is at spec for tightening, and that'd be it. So, that car, externally wise, that body wise of that car, everything's fine with that car body wise. Mechanically now it's fine. The only thing wrong with that car now is interior, and in that car, I swear to God, now it wants to be clear as a freaking daylight. Not outside. Outside still looks like crap, but now the camera is focusing like it's supposed to, and I think I only have it set at 1080p. I think. I don't know. It may be at 720. Hell if I know. I don't know. I just start recording. But that's our update. That's our topic Wednesday. And peace.